G'day Adrian, how you doing Robin? Thanks for joining us. Just gonna soak up the serenity for a wee bit, let a few people come in. See who arrives at the table. There's lots of food for thought today. I'll try and get this nice and still. How you doing, Peter? Thanks for joining us. Just going to sit here and wait for a little bit. People join in. Maori, Junior Maori, thanks for joining us, bro. G'day, Ellen, how are you? Thanks for coming in. And wait for another couple of people to come in, and we'll do my attempt of a little karakia. We'll just soak up the serenity here for a minute. Find our space, get centered, breathe. A little bit of reflection, a little bit of time to reflect. See, because all those little sparkles of light you see there, it's all just a reflection. Hi Darlene, how you doing? Thanks for coming in. Leon, good on you bro. Keep sharing. Apachito, John, Mex. Cheers for joining us, bro. A few more people to arrive at the table yet. We'll get some food for thought and some reflection. They're only shimmering reflections. The thing about reflections on water is wherever you stand, they're reflecting at you. It's funny that. In the midst of the water. What's on the mind today? What are we mining today? What is the corridor today? Today's corridor is about reflecting on your own lack of knowledge and therefore your ability to be deceived. So today's corridor is about deception. Hi Christopher. Thank you for joining us. Love your work. Love how you express yourself in your lexicon. Always enjoy reading your posts, so thank you. So today's kōrero is about raising our own levels of awareness. And to do that we need to reflect. And this is what we're going to be doing today. We're going to be doing a little bit of reflecting. My kōrero is going to be a little bit shocking for some, because I'm going to show you how easily you are deceived. Let those that be deceived be deceived. The old Latin term of caveat emptor, otherwise buyer beware. So I'm going to show you how easily you have been deceived, how easily you have been duped and contracted yourselves. And contracts are pain, remember that, from the mother. When she has contractions, they're painful. She'll tell you all about them. So I'm going to show you how you're getting yourselves into contract, because you're becoming surety to terms and conditions that cause injury. And this is evident in whenever you're asked to sign your last name, you know, your last name, the one that's written on your tombstone. When you write your last name, it's your surname, isn't it? It's not S-I-R, sir. It's S-U-R, sir. Why is that? Why is it S-U-R, sir? Have you become a surety for something? Are you assurance for something? Maybe. Wonder what's going on there. Because there's many levels of language. And today, I'm not going to do a walking kōrero. We're going to sit and reflect. Because when we sit, the words S-I-T, we have sight. If you change the accent on the vowel of I, it's sight. So as we sit, we have sight and we can reflect. And that can help us to get centered. And when we're centered, we're in a place of knowing. And knowing is knowledge. And it's knowing the knoll on the edge. What's the knoll on the edge? What's a knoll, Norm? Is it a hill where you get sight, like a rung on a ladder? You can have foresight. This is how it works. So we're going to sit and reflect. And as I say, some of my kōrero today is going to be a bit shocking for a few, because you're going to realise just how easily you've all been duped. So I've got a little place set aside. There's enough people here now to start my kōrero, or my karakia, sorry. My karakia starts like this. I hope it is, I'm sure it will be nostalgic for many. And excuse my singing. We shall not be moved. We shall not be moved. No, we shall not be moved. Just like the tree standing by the water, we shall not be moved. Maybe you can join me for this one, folks. Let's hear your voice, because it's your hearing. You have a hearing at a sentence, don't you? Best you lay your terms and conditions down. So one more time, while we allow people to move and to act, and to come sit with sight at the table while we enjoy food for thought. We shall not be moved. We shall not be moved. We shall not be moved, just like the tree standing by the water. We shall not be moved. This tree is a poplar tree. It's very popular. So I thought it was an apt tree for my kōrero. today, which is all about deceit, because deceit's very popular, especially at these times. So let us reflect in light and mirror ourselves and be rocks. Be rocks. So here is my place of kōrero today. Oh, the light's a bit... Oh no, the other way. I'm still figuring out this. Oh, I turned it around. Well, there you go, folks. How you doing? I'm out of the cupboard. Dang, that wasn't meant to happen. Hey, hope you're all well. Love and light. Thanks for joining me at the table with our food for thought. And I'll switch the camera around again and we'll get back on board, eh? Because we want to be above board, don't we, folks? Thanks for joining us. Righto, so the kōrero is about deceit and how easily we are being deceived. Oh gosh, I hope you're going to be able to see this. Oh, here's Teddy. Teddy's joining us. Righto. So, I don't know if many of you are aware, but I've been doing workshops trying to raise the level of awareness of human rights, common law, jurisdiction, sovereignty, you know, freedom, law, rules, regulations, acts, statutes. We're being deceived. Oh, you're not going to be able to see this. I might have to actually. Maybe I'll come down this way. We'll be at the root of the tree. Maybe there, that's better, is it? So this here is part of my workshop guide, actually. It's my workshop guide. So I use this as a guide as I lecture. I don't really like that word. Yeah, I provide content. The con's in the tent. But anyway, so, it's better to die fighting for freedom, folks, than be a prisoner all of the days of your life. Who said that? Oh, Bob. Oh, Bob, he was onto it, wasn't he? This is actually part 2. Tiriki Poheri Urumana. Okay, so, thanks for joining us. We've got there Bradley, thanks for coming in, mate. All good. So diagnosis, we're going to do a bit of diagnosis, folks, and that's from the Greek preposition, dia. Prepositions are before words, like I talked to you in my last kōrero yesterday. Re is a preposition of norm. Ab it was. And return. Re means to do again. Okay, to return means to turn and do again. To do research means to search something else that's already there. It's already been done again. So we're going to do a bit of diagnosis. And dia is a preposition, and it's thought by way of the Greek noun, gnosis, and knowledge. Okay, so by way of knowledge, so the knoll, see that? The knoll on the edge there. Oh, you can have the knoll on the edge. The knoll's like a rung on the ladder, as I was saying earlier. And the higher on the rung of the ladder you are, the more you can see. Oh, we're back in the sea again. It's all about the liquid and the money, folks, the liquidity. And so knowledge is truly power. Knowledge is power. Okay? And opposite of that is ignorance. And ignorance is the single greatest tool of oppression. Thanks, Tracy, for joining us. Come on in. Condemnation without investigation is the height of ignorance, said Albert Einstein. They're people that, I'm not sure actually who said that one. Ignorance is the single greatest tool of oppression. What, Mark Twain or something? Not too sure. So I'm just going to, it might be a bit of a long kōrero today, and as I said, some of it's going to be a bit shocking, because I'm going to show you how easily you are being deceived. Okay, here's a wee story about the monkeys. So a group of scientists placed 5 monkeys in a cage in the middle of, they put a ladder with some bananas on top, okay? Every time the monkey went to get up the ladder, the scientists soaked the rest of the monkeys with water, cold water. Now, monkeys don't like water, except in Japan, they like the hot water. Very clever, they'll go and separate the rice from the sand by putting it in water. Anyway, after a while, every time a monkey went up the ladder, the others beat the one on the ladder, because they didn't want to get squirted with the water, because monkeys hate water. They don't like being in the water either. After some time, no monkey dared to go up the ladder, regardless of the temptation. They wanted that banana. Oh, it looks so good. Ooh, we better not go up there. We're going to get watered. We're going to get squirted. We're going to get wet and down. We're going to get subdued. Submarine. It's a submarine. It's a sub. It's below the marine, you know. Anyway, scientists then decided to substitute one of the monkeys with a new one. The first thing this new monkey did was to go up the ladder. Immediately the other monkeys beat him and grabbed him because they didn't want him going up the ladder. Okay, after several beatings, the monkey tried several times because he was pretty determined. He's not a giver-upper. He tried again and again, but he kept getting beaten up. After several beatings, the new member learned not to climb the ladder, even though he never knew why. He'd never been squirted by water. He didn't know why, what was going on. And so the second monkey was substituted. And the same occurred. The first monkey participated on the beating of the second monkey. A third monkey was changed, and the same was repeated, the beating. The fourth was substituted, and the beating was repeated, and finally the fifth monkey was replaced. What was left was a group of 5 monkeys that, even though never received a cold shower or been squirted by water, they continued to beat up any monkey who attempted to climb the ladder. It was possible to ask, if it was possible to ask the monkeys why they would beat up all those who attempted to go up the ladder, I bet you the answer would be, I don't know. That's just how things are done around here. Sounds pretty familiar, doesn't it? So don't be the monkey. Ah, monkey. Oh, that's an interesting word, monkey, isn't it? The key to the moon. Oh, the key to the moon. That's what monkeys are. They have the key to the moon. Oh, what's the key to the moon? Oh, it's lunar. That's alone, isn't it? Alone. Oh, the lone, lunar. The solar, lunar. It's alone. What that means? All one. Put another L in that word, alone. All one, isn't it? Oh, we're all one. Okay. I could go on about Christmas and get into that one for you, but I'm not. I'm going to start getting into the meat of my kōrero today, the deceit. I say, caveat emptor. Caveat emptor's buyer beware. So, buyer beware, folks. Maxims of law, mundus vulti decepti decepitur ergo. Let those that be deceived be deceived. You know, we're all being deceived, folks. So demand evidence, think carefully. We have the internet. There's no reason for ignorance today when we have Alexander's library at our fingertips in electronic form. Right, as you can see me yin yang. So I'm sitting here, folks, at the base of the poplar tree, because it's pretty poplar. If you saw my other kōrero about the tree and the wood and branching out, I'm going to go out on a limb today. Hey Tane, thanks for joining us, bud. Ruby, Tracy, what else we got in there? Cool, guys. Hey, do share this too. This is pretty important. It's going to be pretty shocking or unsettling for some. So I'm going to start. Oh, I hope that wind's not upsetting you guys too much there. Hey, is that wind okay? Can you hear me okay there? Can someone just chime in there and let me know if it's all good? Oh yeah, that was a thumbs up. Is that all good? Okay, so you can hear me okay, there's not too much wind. Okay, so let me give you some context. Oh, I'm going to have to sit over here actually. Let's get on the rock. Actually, I'm going to get on the rock with my feet in the water. That's what I've got to do, get a bit more grounded. Get those soles healed. You've got heels and soles on your feet, haven't you, folks? Let's go and get some feet in the water here for a minute. Okay, so those who are just come in, my kōrero is about deceit and how easily you're being deceived. And while you're being deceived, your ship's divided. While your ship's divided, you're stopping me from having my freedom. And we're all getting dealt to by the crown. Oh, that crown, mate. And you want to be at the head of things, don't you? You'd like to be the crown. So here we are in the water. Oh, it's beautiful. Wow, that's just stunning. Okay, so here's some context, okay? So all those that are here, my kōrero of how easily you're being deceived starts now. Hello, glad I caught your attention. Here's a short story with some sentences and terms. Listen carefully with respect, please. Your summons awakes you... Your summons awake by your alarm between 6 a.m. and 9 a.m. on a Monday in the morning. As your job beckons, your job beckons your will. And you go about your undertaking on this weekday. You begin on time, your employment entrance. You begin on time and arrive at your employment entrance to meet the executor in his suit, necktie, collar and cuffs. You enter to earn your wage in your profession or career. So that's great. You feel nice as you long for the weekend and days off. I'm going to put that down so you can see it. I've missed a couple of little words out there, but I really hope you'll get it. Put it there, you can see it. So, let's go through what I just read. Oh, what else is red? Oh, blood's red, isn't it? Shit, are we in a cell again? Cells, blood cells, that vessel. Oh, shit. Okay, let's see what I read. So, hello. Glad I caught your attention. So, hello. So I'm going to show you that this piece of text, which has got, all the letters, the syllables, the vowels, the consonants, all those things. What are they? Capitals and non-capitals. There's all sorts of things going on here. There's many, many levels of communication going on. And this is why the word can actually be very deceitful. Because I might say something and I know what I mean. Oh, wait a minute, I'm not mean. Oh, what do you mean? Oh, no, who's mean? Are you mean? Who's mean? No, what do I mean? You know what I mean? You see what's going on? So we're using words that have vibrations to them that are causing disconnect and division. And it's right in front of our faces. It's subliminal. But once you see it, once you can decipher the code, you can start to see what's going on. And then you can become buoyant and start floating. Instead of being an ocean at drift, a vessel on the ocean at drift, open for salvage, you can start anchoring. So I'm going to help you all anchor. So look, here's the text. Hello, glad I caught your attention. So hell and low, very, very low vibrational word. Hell and low. Okay, glad, G-lad. Isn't that G-lad? Hey. Hello, G-lad. Oh, glad. Glad I caught. Oh, you're in court. Your attention. Aten. Who's Aten? Oh, he's an Egyptian god, isn't he? And there's I-O-N on the end of that word. That means I own. I-on. That means there's contract. See that? Do you see? Hello, G-lad. I caught. You're in court. Your attention. Okay, let's carry on. Here's a short story with some sentences and terms. Here. You got 2 ears and 1 mouth. So that means you better listen twice and speak once. Remain in silence, because that's what listen is when you change the letters around. Silent. Here's a short story with some sentences and terms. Oh, we're back in that court again. Court has sentences and terms, doesn't it? Oh, your sentence is hard labour and your term's 12 months. Oh, shit, that's not so good. Oh, I'm in court. Bugger. Damn. So, listen carefully with respect, please, I said. Listen, silence, carefully. Oh, be full of care. Be full of care, folks. Then you're able to respond. And respect, with respect. Remember what spectacles are? They help us to see better, don't they? Oh, perspect. Oh, your perspective. So best you respect. Re means to do again. So look twice. Please. Ah, pleading. Pleading's begging, isn't it? Plead. And you do that with ease. See the word in there? Oh, please. Please. Okay, so let's carry on. So I started the sentence with its terms and conditions. That's actual tracking and control. So, you're summoned awake by your alarm. Think about that. Think about the double speak right there. You're summoned. What's normally summoned? Something from the dead, isn't it? Awake. Oh, now you're awake. What's awake? Oh, that's where the dead go. Hey, we have a wake for the dead, don't we? Oh, by your alarm. Oh, so you're in a state of alarm? Well, you should be, because you're awake. You've been summoned. You're in court. You're getting sentences and terms. Shit, what's going on here? Don't like it. Okay, it's between 6 a.m. and 9 a.m. on a Monday in the morning. Wait a minute. Morning. We're in morning? Oh, yeah, because there's alarm. There's a bit of alarm there. We're pleading. Oh, best we be awake. Oh, no, we've been summoned. Think carefully, folks. You see how this is going? In the morning. So we're all in morning. Oh, we're in morning because we're awake. Someone's died. And did you know that between 6 a.m, or used to be, not now because everyone's locked up in their little doors because they're so afraid and they can't figure out what the fuck's going on. Oops, sorry, I swore. Sometimes I swear. I haven't got no Bible here, but sometimes I swear. Anyway, from 6 a.m. to 9 a.m. on a Monday, the moon day. Oh, the Monday, moon day, remember that? Oh, moon day. Anyway, between 6 a.m. and 9 a.m. on a Monday morning is the majority of when people die. Most people die between 6 a.m. and 9 a.m. on Monday morning. Nothing to do with stress, of course. Oh, you're all de-stressed at the moment, aren't you? Oh, no, there's another one. It's a virus. Oh, it's a program on a computer, isn't it? Oh, computer virus. Damn, what's going on there? All right, let's get back to it. So, between 6 a.m. and 9 a.m. on a Monday in the morning. So, all in the morning, okay, as your job beckons your will as you go about your undertaking on this weekday. Wait a minute, job. What's Job? Job. What's Job in the Bible? Bull. Oh, two. Buys two. Bull. Ah, two lots of bull. Ah, Old and New Testament. Bible. Ah, both of them are bull. Anyway, so as your job beckons. Job. Yeah, that's right, job. Go look up the Hebrew word of Job. That means to persecute. Job means to persecute. Okay? So it beckons you. Beckons you. Your will. Now that's a pretty important word, isn't it? Will. Your will and your testament. They talk about that a bit in the Bible, don't they? Your will and your testament. So you go about your undertaking. Oh no, are we back at that funeral again? Shit, there's not a funeral. We're at there's alarm. Stay alarmed, folks. You've been summoned. We're awake. We're in mourning. Undertaking. Oh, and this is a weekday. Oh, it's a weekday. It's not a strong day, it's just a weekday. Oh, now it's weak. Oh, now I'm not so strong. Well, you wouldn't be. If you've been woken up between 6 a.m. and 9 a.m. on the moon day, the most stressful time you could be woken up, you've been summoned. There's a state of alarm. Oh, shit, what's going on here? Someone trying to tie me. Is that time? Is it tying me to something? You bet it is. It's a contract. Do you see? Do you see what's going on? And when you see, you wave, don't you? Oh, we're back on the water again. Is that a wave? Oh. You see what's going on? So you're being deceived, and I'm showing you exactly how easily it is for you to be deceived. Because there's power in words, and these words are dragging you down into a state of anxiety, division, deception, and they're obstacles. They're obstacles to you moving forward. And this is why you can't quite put your finger on it. You can't quite put your finger on why, there's something wrong. What is it? You want to put your finger on it. Well, here it is, folks. Here it is, the sentences, terms and conditions of NTN. You've been caught, you're in court. Oh, hello. Oh, hello. Oh, we're in alarm. We've been summoned. Are you awake? Oh, awake? What's awake? Oh, no, they're dead. 6 a.m., 9 a.m., 6 and 9, 69, 96. Oh, that's interesting. On the moon day. Oh, we're in mourning. Your job beckons you. You've been summoned. Only the dead are summoned. You go to court. When you're caught, you get summons, don't you? Don't they summons you? Oh, that's an invitation, folks. Go look up the legal definition of the word summons. You've been invited. Come on in. Cross the bar. Oh, no, we're back on the water again. You might get shipwrecked on that bar. Most rivers have bars, don't they? Oh, yeah, to go there, drink alcohol. The alcohol. The destroyer of spirits. That's a god. He's a god too. Just like NTN is. NTN. Anyway, we'll carry on. Carry on, shall we? Carriage of goods. We'll carry the goods a little bit further. Righto. So you begin on a time. You begin on time at your employment as you arrive at the entrance to meet your executor. Oh, wait a minute. You begging again. Are you begging? Oh, time me. Oh, time me, I'm begging. Oh. What's employment, folks? What's EM in English as a prefix? EM means for. So empower means to for power. I'd like to empower you all for power. Ploy. Oh my God, no, what's a ploy? Oh, ploy means deceit. Shit. What's meant? Oh, meant's of the mind. So employment is for deceit of your mind. And that's going to tie you and me. Tie me. You getting it? And you're at the entrance, aren't you? Look at the entrance. Is that in trance? Oh, you're in a trance, mate. Meat? Who's meat? Are you stocking the game? Who's meat? What stock? Is there stocks here? Is this a trading company? Oh yeah. No, we're at the meatworks, mate. There's the executor. There's the executor. He's the executor. Do you see that? Oh, he's the executor. So you begging to tie me for the deceit in my trance, because I'm a piece of meat ready for execution. Do you see what's going on? Now he is in his suit, his necktie, his collar, and his cuffs. Shit, he's a slave. He's a suit. Is that a lawsuit? What kind of suit? Oh, maybe it's a suite. Is that a lounge suite? Oh, he's lounging. It's pretty sweet. No, that's a suit. I think that's suit. Sue it. Oh, he's going to sue it. Who's he suing? Oh, he's got a necktie. Shit, slaves have neckties and collars, don't they? Necktie and collar? Sounds like a hangman's noose, doesn't it? Ooh, collar. Collar, oh, slave again. Oh, cuffs on, yep, we're in court. Remember, we're in court. We're giving our sentences and terms very carefully, full of care, with respect. And we're pleading, because please, I'm summoned. Oh, now I'm awake. Oh no, there's alarm. Oh, now I'm in mourning. See what's going on? Do you see how the disconnect is there? Do you see how that flows? Do you see how that energy disrupts and divides? It gets your mind in a state of, you're thinking, oh, what the fuck's going on here? What's Norm talking about? What the fuck's he doing in my head? Oh, wait a minute, what's going on there? I don't like it. Stop it, Norm. Fuck off, Norm. Sorry, I can't see what any of you are writing there because the sunlight's reflecting straight back off my screen. I hope you can see what I can see anyway. Can you see what I see? Anyway, you enter and earn your wage. Oh, you wage, you inter. Oh no, now we're interred. Oh, to earn, what's an earn? Oh, that's the thing, you put dead ashes in it. Oh, and we're waging. Oh, we're waging. We're earning a wage. We're going to the ashes, folks. And your profession, oh, you're professing it. Oh, you're a professor. Oh, no, it's your profession. Oh, you must be a profession all. Are you the profession of all, are you? Oh, you're so great. Here, have a suit and a tie and a collar. Oh, and you're careering. Where are you careering? Oh, off the cliff. Oh, so that's great, isn't it? Yeah, it's going to grate you, all right? It's going to grate you like cheese, folks. Grate you to pieces. See that eat? It's going to eat you. It's going to eat you. It's great, isn't it? Isn't that great? See the spelling, the spell? See the spells? Do you see all the spelling? Spelling's all about you. This is all about you. It's all about you. And this is not the norm. Oh, this is not the norm. It's all about you, folks. The letter U. Oh, it's that wee cup, isn't it? Isn't the capital, the capitis dominatio maximus U, the letter, remember the let was pain? I told you that the other day, let was pain. Because they rent you. Because you are the cup. You are the vessel. Oh, they're telling you the vessel. Oh, iPod. Oh, is that an iPod? Oh, no, it's my phone. Oh, no, it's an iPhone. Phony. The Phoenicians. The phonetics. Do you see what's going on? The Phoenicians and the phonetics is all phony. And you're all falling for it. You're all being duped, man. And they've got you all running around, you're all buzzing like little fucking blowflies around a shit. And they're pissing in your faces and telling you it's raining. Come on, folkies. Oh, and you feel nice. Go and look up the definition of nice, folks. Oh, I'll save you the timey. Because I know you are also busy in your nest. Nice, the original word nice, the definition of it means stupid. And so when the Queen stands up there and says, oh, the commoners, oh, they look so nice today. Oh, she's telling you look stupid because she knows you are. Because you're all dead. You're the walking dead. You know those zombie apocalypse? That's all about you, folks. They're all telling you. It's caveat emptor. Buyer beware. Let those that be deceived be deceived. So, nice is stupid. So you long for your weekend. Oh, you're at a weekend, mate. You're at the tail. You're at the tail end. You're at a weekend. You're not very strong. At the end of it, you're not very strong. You're pretty weak. Oh, so you all long for the weekend. And then, what do? You fucking days off. Hey, you fucking days off. Oh, yeah, it's all good. This is how it is. No one questions it. That's how it's meant to be. So I can't see any of you. I can't even see the screen, so I hope this is coming through all right. Okay, so I am the author of this writing, but it is your language. You are taught. Ah, taught. What's a taught, folks? You ever heard of a civil taught? I had a sign when I went into the council buildings there at council. Oh, it sounds so nice, doesn't it? Is that a company? Oh, we're in a company. We're in a good company? No, folks, it's not a good company. Okay, they call it a company. It sounds really lovely, doesn't it? It's just like your candidate. You vote for your candidate. Oh, it just sounds so lovely. Oh, let's go to the party. Let's go to the party where the candidate is. It's pathetic. I mean, this is why sometimes I come across as being arrogant on my posts or self-righteous. Maybe I am. No, maybe I am to some people. But once you see and understand what the fuck is going on here, folks, you see how ridiculous it is. And I've been trying to help people to become more aware rather than awake. Anyway, so the author of this writing But it's the gauge of the land. It's the gauge of the land, folks. You know, it's all about you. It's yours. It's yours. You use it. Use it. Ab is no. It's not abuse. What's abuse? Abuse is not. A-B. Like aborigine is not original. Abuse. Not use. That's right. Not use. What are you not using? Your brain, folks. The grey matter. That's what you're not using. You're not seeing. Those that see hear. Hey? All right. There's many that look but don't see. There's many that listen but don't hear. Okay? So be here and listen. That means being silent. With 2 ears and 1 mouth. So you listen twice and you speak once. That's what your body is telling you. Your torso. You're taught. You know, you're taught. Yeah, you're taught again. So I have no license to claim or do anything. So I am the author of this writing. I'm the author of my right. It's my right. I wrote it. So I am the author of this writing, but it is your language. You were taught. Torture. You were taught. Torture. I have no license. Go look up the word license, folks. License, licentious. I'll save you the timey again. Again. You gain. It's a gain. Oh, it's good that we gain things, isn't it? Because then we're agreed. No, I don't know about that. But anyway. So license, it comes from licentious. Licentious means sexually lewd. Unlawful. And you will go and apply for your license. Do you know what the word application means in legal definition? The legalese? You know, that language that looks like English, sounds like English, but it's not English, folks. It's not English at all. In fact, it's like Chinese or Japanese or Portuguese. It's another language. It looks very, very similar, so it feels familiar. Familiar is like family, so it does feel familiar. Yeah, it does feel familiar. I kind of pick up on that vibe, that vibration, and it's all about the vibrations, folks. It's all about the vibrations, you know. It's all about the vibes. So here's some context I said at the top there. Some con in the text. I told you right at the start, didn't I? And I said, listen carefully, with respect, to look twice. Please, I begged you. I begged you. Now, application and to apply is begging. Now, begging entails a couple of things. One, you don't think you have the right to do anything, but you want to be the author. You want to author your rights, mate. And as long as you're causing no harm, no injury, and keeping the peace, then there is no claim of injury. And so, I have no license. I don't want a license. I don't need to ask permission to be good. I don't need to ask permission to exercise my integrity, my morality, my kindness, my love, my empathy, my compassion. Holy moly, mate. Hey. So I have no license to claim or do anything. Nah, in fact, I do fucking everything. In fact, everything I do it. And anything I do, well, that's everything, isn't it? Everything I do is anything. So maybe I can claim. Oh, no, this is correct, you know. I don't claim or do anything. And I have no license or permit to do it. Except my own integrity, my own morality, my own standing, my own reflections. Do you remember those reflections? Remember the reflections in the water? So I am not religious, but as they say at the end of a prayer, bless you and amen. So I am not religious. Religious is to rebind. Religion, legion, legious. IOUs. There's those IOUs again. Legions. To is to do again. Legion. To rebind. No, I'm not into rebinding. Sorry. Rebinding is when you're bound. Aren't you bound when you rebound? Oh, then you might be taught. You might be in a torture. Taught, you know. They say at the end of a prayer. Prayer? Is that praying? Who are they praying on, folks? Oh, they're getting you swear on the Bible. And it's praying, mate. They pray. And they be less. They be less you. They bless you. And it's like when the government sends you something in the mail, it's in capitis diminutio maxima, in full capital letters, the full cutting off of all your rights. When it arrives, it's not your name, but you open it. And it's a charge. They're charging you. Oh, it's a bill. You know what a bill is? It helps you to be ill, folks. Look at the word bill. Be ill. So that's how it all works. So this is the Phoenician, the phony phonetics, This is the separation, this is the division built into the language. Everyone knows all about the other cons, piracy. Remember I talked about the cons being the criminals, and the piracy is the law of the sea? Oh, rape, pillage and plunder. Ooh-ar, ooh-ar. And this is what's going on. So we need to start really opening our eyes, using our full senses, all of them. 5 senses, how ridiculous is that? They tell us you've got 5 senses. Where's your sense of humour and your sense of intuition and the other 50,000 million senses you've got? Every single node in your synapses brains. So now you're saying, oh my God, it can't be true. So that was my kōrero. I don't know whether you got all that. Cheers for that. Stuart Davidson, Marie Leaf, hey, thanks for joining us, guys. Thanks for coming to the table. Give you a bit of food for thought. Oh, I've got my hand over the camera, sorry. Yeah. So hopefully your eyes are a little bit more open. Hopefully he's got all that. Who else got there? Evan Stewart, Julio, Tane, Ruby, Tracy, Bradley, Pachito, Ray Luthra, Stuart Davidson, Alan Hale, thanks for joining us. So yeah, that was me kōrero for today. We've been deceived, folks, and it's been done through the language, and it's creating all sorts of division and horribleness and ugliness and stuff. And you know, we've got 2 ears and one mouth. We need to sit down in silence with each other. You know, the North American Indians, they would sit down in their tents and that, and they wouldn't say. They would say very little, and if they did, they would have a talking stick, and they would pass that stick on to the next person. And that's what kōrero is all about, to pass it on. You know, all these things I've learned have come to me. But they're not mine. Although I've mined them, I've dug for them, I've searched for them. I've had to dig many, many years to find all these beautiful truths, these beautiful overstandings. Hopefully you guys can maybe comprehend a little bit more and start to decipher the words, because they're wards, they're dens, they're war dens. They put us in boxes. I spent some time in an ashram in southern India, and I spent a lot of time talking with the head guru, and we got to a point where we realising again, as soon as you say a word, you've boxed yourself in. Because I can say a word like box, and you'll all think of a different thing. I say, hey, look at that, think of a box, guys. And someone will be a concrete box, some will be a square box, some will be your house, cardboard box, paper box. You see how many levels of information can be conveyed in one word. And then when you start to actually decipher those words and look at the spellings, because it's all spelling, they tell you it's spelling, folks. And what do they do when they join those letters together? And they join those little bits of pain together? Oh, they call it cursive writing. I mean, you couldn't make this shit up. But it's right in front of your faces. So hopefully you guys will share this and get it out there, because it's really important information. And it's not mine. Oh, those beautiful red trees, aren't they stunning? It's not my information. We all need information to be information. It puts us on a level playing field, folks. It puts us on the level playing field. So I might just finish my little kōrero off with another little karakia, the same one I started with. Maybe you can join us this time as I stand at the base of truth. Because you would, I would, we all would, wouldn't we? Want truth. Truth is a log of truth. It's a logarithm. Oh, they're logarithms. Ah, they're logistics, aren't they? Let's get down to the logistics of things. It's all about the logistics, because it's a numbers game, folks. So here we go. We'll get back in the beautiful river. Get back in the flow again. Get back in the flow. Stay centered again. And start to... See, now, hopefully, you're all maybe a little bit... 1 step higher or 2 steps higher on that rung, on the ladder. And now you can see a little bit further. a little bit farther, maybe. A little bit farther. There's a beautiful word, isn't it? Okay, thanks for joining us all. Inside, yes, you must go, if you don't go in, you will go without. If you don't go within, you will go without. So start thinking about the double speak that's out there, folks, and think about the vibration of the words you are using. Okay? So here we are under the popular tree. And together. We shall not be moved. We shall not be moved. We shall not be moved, just like the tree standing by the water. We shall not be moved. And so be it. Kia kaha. Love and light.